Alright, what's going on, everybody? Ruckscards back with you. Gonna do something a little different today. I know most of the time I'm on here doing some breaks, some live breaks, personal breaks, that is. But today I figured I'd do something a little different. I just opened up what's part of my PC, my raw PC. I got part of my PC that's graded and part raw. And what I plan on doing over the next several videos is kind of just showing you some of the things that I collect, and maybe share some stories behind how I acquired the cards, why I may collect a particular player. Just some hobby discussion. I know National's coming up, and everyone's excited about that. I went last year to the National, and there's a video posted on my channel, so you could check that out and see what my experience was last year, and as far as what my pickups were. This year I will not be going to the one in Chicago. Kind of do miss it after being there last year for the second time, but I do plan on going back next year when it's in Cleveland. So skipping out this year for the National, but I will definitely plan on being there next year. So without any further ado, I'm going to get right into it. What I'm going to show you again, I'm pulling them randomly out of a box. So I don't have in any particular order. So we'll just kind of go with the flow here. And before I get going, please like, share, subscribe if you like the content here, so you don't miss any future postings. And thank you for watching, as always. All right, so we'll start off. This looks like it's mainly my Greg Maddux. I do collect Greg Maddux in my PC. So I'll show you some of the cards I have of Maddux. This is an Optic Blue. It's an on-card auto, retro rated rookie of Greg Maddux. I was a bigger fan of Maddux when he was a Cub than the Braves, but obviously he had most of his prime years with the Braves, and the Cubs probably very reluctant to this, or very regretful to this day of letting the future four-time Cy Young Award winner and Hall of Famer go. But anyway, so it's I bought this at a card show. Very nice looking card. It's numbered out of 25. There you go. So cool, rare autograph of Maddux. One thing about Maddux's auto, I'm like, I don't know how that is Greg Maddux, but that is how he signs things. And you'll see some other autographs I have of his. This one I've had for many years. This, I don't remember the year. Probably too small. No, this one's relative. Okay, 2000 Fleer. I haven't had it since 2000, but I bought it. I probably had this card for probably close to 20 years. Probably at least 15 or so. But here's a Maddux, one of those sweet SIGs or sweet spot autographs you may recall. There's actually a piece of baseball that that he signed on. So there we go, and of course he's in his Braves uniform here. It's not numbered, but just another cool insert of Maddux. Here's another one. This one was a buyback. Here's the certification number and all that from Upper Deck and the SP. There's his autograph. It's hand numbered to only 504. So that's pretty nice Maddux autograph there. This one I picked up relatively recently, maybe a year or two ago. Again, in his Cubs uniform, on-card autograph, rare. This is the gold out of Topps Black autograph out of only 50. Just missed his jersey number, I just noticed. 34 versus 31. But anyway, again, love it because he's in his Cubs uniform. This was an eBay purchase. Really just a beautiful card. And part of my Maddux PC. And then this one, I'm trying to remember where I got this one from. This might have been at I don't know if it was at a card show or eBay. Excuse me. Sorry. Don't quite remember, actually. Don't recall how I got this one. But I know I paid for it. I don't think I traded for it. And anyway, this is out of I forget what they call this set. You guys know what this is. This is the higher end stuff that comes out in like a complete set with all the autographs and for some reason, does it tell me on here? Topps Definitive Collection. I don't know, maybe it's not what I was thinking of. Anyway, it's it's a thick card. This is why it's in this gigantic case, because the card is super thick. It's got the nice gold frame around it. On card autograph, number 2, only 15. Very sweet card of the Professor, as they call them, Greg Maddux. So, sweet card there. So there's my Maddux stuff. I don't know what's next. Like I said, I'm not going in any particular order. I'm just going to kind of grab stuff out of here. We'll skip that one. There's nothing special. Alright, actually these aren't either. Alright. Here's a Alex Rodriguez. You guys have probably seen this card, especially those you've been collecting for a number of years. This was a hot card back in the early 90s. This is a 1993 classic. 4-Sport they used to have. They used to come out every year, 4-Sport. And this is an Alex Rodriguez, hand number to only 40, well, say only 4,300, but 4,300 of them. On card, autograph of a young high school Alex Rodriguez. I've had this card for probably since about 95 or so. I mean, I've had it for, you know, probably closing in on 30 years now. But remains in my PC. Here's I'm a Yankee fan, so I do have some Yankee stuff in here. Some of it that's part of what I actually just put away, because it's just some lower end stuff that I don't think is going to be as interesting. But here's a Gleyber Torres. I actually had about 4 or 5 of his rookie autographs. There's a couple that I've kept. Like I had his Topps Chrome Auto. I had like, you know, some other ones. I think shoot, High Tech. I had his High Tech autograph, and that one I sold that one. All right. So anyway, this one here is one of my last ones. It's just like the look of the card. It's an on card auto. I think all of them I had were on card. This is just one of the nicer, I think, rookies. So pretty cool, and it's autographed. And Torres has kind of been started out, you know, very hot, and his career's kind of he's a good player, but he's not. I don't think he's become like the star player that we were all hoping for. But nevertheless, he's a still pretty good, decent player anyway. Gleyber Torres rookie auto, Topps 35th edition. Just a nice looking card. I think this is just a sweet looking card. Thought my voice would hold up, but I'm already getting a little. Alright, so here's one of my more recent pickups. This one, I missed the Volpe train. I really waited until he was called up until I kind of started spending on him. So I got these at like the top of the market. Really, I bought these like either the day he was called up or the day after. So all of his stuff was going berserk online. But here's one of the ones I got, and that was the Bowman Chrome Anthony Volpe autograph, and he's finally starting to hit after having a very slow start to the year. He's been really tearing the cover off the ball in the last 3 weeks or so. So that's good, because I was starting to get a little concerned, but I do think Volpe is a nice long-term investment here, and this is a pretty sharp on card Bowman Chrome autograph of Volpe. So there we go. Sticking with the Yanks, here's one of his higher prospects, or one of the prospects I'm sure you've heard of, Jason Dominguez. Got a couple of these. I bought these years ago. When I say years ago, 2020. Does that count as years ago? So about 3 years ago. So kind of jumped on him right there. These are both refractors of his Bowman's Best first year card. So hopefully there's good things to come from Jason Dominguez. Moving along. Alright, sticking with the Yanks. Looks like there's a lot of Yankees coming up, so any Yankee fans out there, you want to stay glued. Here's a Jorge Posada. I'm trying to get as many autographs as like the championship teams of the 90s. So here's Posada on card. Pretty sweet card too, out of only 50. You can see that right there. There we go. Was our starting catcher for all those World Series. Most of them anyway, not all of them, but a good amount of them. Just lost my screen here, so bear with me. Hopefully it comes back. The screen just went dead. Alright, hopefully it's still recording. I'm waiting to see if this is still recording or not. I don't know. I can't tell. Looks like it might not be. Okay, I guess it still is. Sorry about that. I had to see if that was had a glitch there. Okay, yeah. So Posada. And here's one of my favorites because when I grew up a Yankee fan, these were my two favorite players. My idol growing up was Dave Winfield, and this card was on kind of my bucket list for several years. I was trying to get it on eBay, and finally was successful. Not cheap, but able to get Don Mattingly and Dave Winfield on-card autograph. This is numbered out of 100. Focus. Maybe my hand was in the way. Not sure. Anyway, so pretty cool card again. On card, Dave Winfield, Don Mattingly, two of the superstar Yankees. When I was a kid growing up, a lot of nostalgia with this card here for me personally. And sticking with Dave Winfield, here's a bunch of Winfield autos coming up. This one's out of Bowman's Best on card. Sweet shine to it. It's not numbered, but again, nice card signed by Winfield. Here's another. This is the calligraphy autograph out of SP Authentic, and it is on card as well. Just trying to see if it's numbered. I don't see any numbers on it, but so I've had that one for a number of years now. This one's a relatively recent pickup. I probably got it maybe. Let me see. I should probably put it in a better top loader. I realized I had it into this one. Maybe it's too thick for 120. Anyway. This is out of Flawless, Winfield, on card out of only 15. This was an eBay purchase. So, pretty sweet. Sweet card there of Dave. This one's again one of those sweet spots. This one's more of the baseball cover. It's got the laces in it than the Maddox one I showed you. But Dave Winfield on the baseball skin. Numbered out of only 10. 1. By the way, I just realized it's number 1 of 10. First print of the card, and pretty sweet there. This is a National Treasures, so pretty cool. And I believe this is the last Winfield autograph. Yankee Signature Series, again on card, Dave Winfield, and I guess it's not numbered. Yeah, so the Yankee fans, like I said, we're almost to the end here, but. Well, as I say that, there's quite a bit of Yankee stuff, but I know there's a lot of Yankee fans, so hopefully this is holding your interest. If not, you could always fast forward. Here's the Goose Gossage. I think I pulled this card. Pretty sure I pulled this one. Hall of Fame signatures. I believe this was out like Impeccable or something. No, it was National Treasures also. I think this might have been the only National Treasures box I've ever purchased, really. I don't know. Might have gotten some others. So expensive, but anyway, got Goose Gossage out of there. This is numbered out of only 10. The Goose, again, this is what always bothered me about National Treasures. With the amount of money that you spend, and some other higher-end products, and I know I talked about this on my channel before, but the amount of money you spend on some of these really super high-end products, can you get the on-card autograph? Is that too much trouble? I mean, they do a really good job of really kind of hiding the sticker, National Treasures does, but it's still in a sticker. And to me, when you're spending thousands of dollars on a box of like National Treasures, some of the other high-end stuff, get these signatures on the card, please. You know. All right, I'm off my soapbox. This is a quick one. I mean, and like I said, there's some lower end stuff I haven't showed you. This is what I consider lower end, but I'll just quickly show them. Roberto Kelly was, you know, again, I grew up in the watching the Yankees in the late 70s and the 80s when I was a kid. Really mid 80s was really when I started becoming a Yankee fan. Roberto Kelly was one of my favorite players, and There's a couple autographs of him in Yankee uniform, so snag those. I know nobody's going to really care about those two, but again, nostalgia for me. Here's this one I picked up at a card show. I got a pretty good deal on this one, I thought. You know, I knew the dealer, and he gave me a deal on it. And again, a super thick card. I mean, it's like gigantic. Super thick chunk here. David Cohn on card autograph out of Flawless, numbered only to 5. And it's the 5 of 5. So David Cohn, one of the not only all-time great Yankees, but just a really good pitcher. You know, I would think he's a borderline Hall of Famer. I'm not sure if he's got enough to get in, but to me, you know, he's one of the great pitchers. And let's see what else we got here. Here's some lower end stuff, but again, I'll share it. So, again, sticking with Mattingly. This is not really a high value card, but just a cool Mattingly insert from back in the 90s. Diamond collection out of, I believe, Upper Deck. I think it was Upper Deck. Looks like an Upper Deck card. Yes, it was Upper Deck. So, again, it's not worth a heck of a lot, but just a cool card. Here's Mattingly with a little chunk of his jersey in there, and this is back when they, you know, actually had the authentic jersey, not these, you know, ridiculous, you know, not necessarily worn or used by the players type card, you know, swatches they're putting in now. It's an actual piece of Mattingly's game-worn jersey. This was out of Donruss Elite back in 05, it looks like. So, pretty cool. Numbered out of only 150. Another Mattingly insert. I think this was SPX maybe, or something like that. Not sure. Oh, some Upper Deck SP, I think. Upper Deck SP. Again, like a little hollow view of Mattingly. Pretty cool card. Again, not super, you know, super expensive, but just a cool looking card that I've had forever. Speaking of not super expensive, but just an awesome looking card, this year's Topps Chrome, I gotta commend them, because these cards, and there's, you know, they're not hard to get. They're, you know, they're pretty easy to get. But these cards are beautiful. I don't know why they wouldn't have made these more rare. I mean, the look of these cards is just awesome. I mean, it was enough to me, even though this card, I didn't check the value of these are, but I know there's so many of them that can't be, you know, can't be worth that much. But these are just beautiful cards. They should have made these rare inserts out of like 50 or something like that. Lou Gehrig's one of the all-time favorite Yankees, and this card is just a beautiful card. And they all look like this. You know, you got all the super Hall of Fame players that they made in a set. Anyone who's opened up Topps Chrome this year knows what I'm talking about. But again, this card's probably not even $10. I don't even know. But it's just such a beautiful card. And Topps, I commend you for doing that. You know, it's so well done. So good job. Here's a looks like we're done with the Yankees. Or maybe we'll get back into the Yankees. I don't know. This one I think I got in trade. Can't remember. During his rookie year, or maybe I don't know if this is not his rookie. This is his second year Vladimir Guerrero Jr. card out of Spectra. Just you know, I got this in a trade, like I said. Just a cool looking card, numbered to only 75 of Vlad Guerrero Jr. I was a super big fan. His father's one of my favorite players of all time, so I've been watching Vlad since he was in the minor leagues, and certainly knew I was going to be PCing some of his stuff as well, and you'll see some of that coming up in not only this video but future videos of what I've got to show. All right, so it takes care of those. Looks like I got a little bit more Maddox coming up. Again, here's one that's not super high end. I was actually going to send this one in to get graded, but it's such a low end card. And this is another one, much like the Gehrig I was showing. This one I think is a little even less rare, or more rare than the Gehrig, but the Gehrig's not rare, so it really doesn't make any sense. But but it's, you know, it was a high end, and they printed so many of these cards back then. Sweet looking card. You know, the aces, the ace of diamonds on the card with Mrs. Maddox, of course. Had this card for ages. Again, probably close to 30 years. It was in Select, Score Select. aces. And again, this card's probably not even $10, but it's just a cool looking card. And you know, sometimes things don't have to be super valuable to make my PC. Could be just the look of the card. Here's another one, Maddox. This card's made out of wood. Those of you who are collecting back in the 90s might remember, you know, what they used to do with some of these cards and get really creative. I believe this was an Upper Deck product also called Amazing Greats. Upper Deck had some really quality stuff back in the day. And again, this card's got an acetate photo of Greg Maddux, and then the card itself is made out of wood. So pretty cool card. Again, not super expensive. It is numbered, I believe. It's not numbered. Okay, so this one's not numbered. But, you know, they made a lot of these, and so there's not a lot of value in them. But other than, to me, the nostalgia and the look and feel of the card is pretty nice. Statistical standouts out of Leaf. Leaf made some really good products too back in the 90s. This card, actually, if it was out of the case, it kind of like has a leather feel to it. This one's numbered out of 2500. Again, not a super high value card, but cool card nonetheless of Maddox. Here's another card made out of wood. Might be able to see a little better this time, but again, this is made out of wood, picture perfect Leaf product. And again, it's Maddox, and this was numbered out of 5,000. Cool card. This is one I might consider getting graded at some point. I don't know how they would grade a wood card though, so I don't know if anyone has any experience with that. You know, you send in a card that has like a wood base, and how you did and how you fared. Sometimes these card companies, PSA, will just knock you just because the card's not a, you know, normal surface. Speaking of Vlad, so I said I was a big fan of his father. So here's a Vladimir Guerrero Sr. Game-worn jersey card on Upper Deck. Not numbered, but back when he was on the Expos. His dad is in the Hall of Fame. And maybe one day his son was going to join him. And he's off to a pretty good start. Yeah, definitely going to see that one. This one I picked up at a show. I don't know, it was like in a $5, $10 box or something. Just an old vintage look of Winfield on a more modern day card. Numbered out of only 275. Nothing special, like I said, just kind of cool looking card. I collected Winfield in my PCs, you know, now, and so had to clue that in there. Looks like we got out of the Yankees and we went right back into the Yankees. So a few more here to show. Again, bring back to Winfield. This is a bat card. A little chunk of his of Winfield's bat, which is always kind of cool. This was out of Upper Deck. It's not numbered. Here's a Winfield game jersey card, game used jersey. Again, Upper Deck product in the 90s. Actually, it's 2000 for this one. 2000 something. Can't read it. And then here's a Jeter, same year, same card, just of Derek Jeter. All right. Moving right along. All right, getting back to this is now. I'm going to get into some of the super high-end stuff here. Let's start off with this one. This card I've had for a while now. I bought this for a decent chunk of money. And this set is just awesome. This is 2002 Donruss Elite. I've been actually trying to make the entire set of this. There's Ted Williams in there, which I've got. There's just a bunch. Tom Seaver, a lot of Hall of Famers. Lou Gehrig is the top gun in there. I mean, I guess you can make an argument Ted Williams too, but I think Lou Gehrig would be the top guy. Personally, of course, I'm biased being a Yankee fan, but obviously I'm not going to knock Ted Williams ever. But anyway, actual piece of Lou Gehrig's jersey in the card. I mean, can you get any better than that? Again, what's cool about this year specifically, I didn't show this on the, unless this is the first one I've shown, but it actually shows you the jersey that they took the swatch from. See it right there. It says this photo is of the actual jersey from which this swatch was taken. So they show you a picture of the actual jersey, certificate of authenticity, and there's the, it's numbered out of only 100. So that is pretty wild. Kudos for Donruss or Elite for doing that back in the day. And that's why I think this set is so valuable. And, it's numbered only to 100. You get the actual jersey, and you actually get a photograph of the jersey that they took it from. Pretty wild. So I'm a big fan of this set. Like I said, trying to complete it. But this is the highlight of it. And this is the one that I bought first. I've had for many, many years. This one's going absolutely nowhere. All right. Some of you Jeter fans from back in the day will remember this card. I've had this card for probably 30 years. Close to it. Derek Jeter out of Bowman, certified auto, on card. Beautiful thing. So these cards I eventually plan on getting graded. But just a beautiful card. And here's another nice one of Jeter, young Jeter, Rookie of the Year. This was the commemorative autograph that the Topps put out. Just another really beautiful on card. And Jeter's got such an awesome autograph. Oh, Jeter. Beautiful card. I've had this card for a long, long time as well. So those are some sweet, sweet Jeter autographs. Now, you want to see sweet and you want to see rare. This is one of my this card I'm about to show you is one of my favorites. Favorite, and one that I want to get graded because you want to talk about low pop. Once I get this thing graded, because I would think it's going to grade high, although you never know with this type of card. But you want to see a beauty. This could be one of the most valuable cards I have in my PC because I'm really not sure what it would be worth. This is so rare. You could find the ones on eBay, but you usually won't find the embossed and die cut. You'll find the embossed, but you see the edges there, the die cut? This card is super, super scarce. It's a atomic refractor, okay, embossed. Can't really probably make out the embossment on the camera. And then it's got the die cut. Like I said, they made a couple different versions. The most rarest one is this one, where it's embossed, atomic refractor, and got the die cut sides. This card I bought at a local card store, no, at a show back in the mid-90s. Had it ever since. And at the time, I didn't have a lot of money back then. I was a kid in college. But the card looked so beautiful, I bought it at the asking price that the guy had it for. And it was probably, at the time, Jeter he was obviously a super popular Yankee, but, he didn't, break out to be the amazing player that he was that early in his career. So it was just a super young Jeter. I don't know, I don't think I spent over $200 on this card. I'm guessing around 100, 150, something around there, 125-ish, something around there. This card's easily, in raw condition, probably $600 to $800. And then once I get this thing graded, and hopefully it comes back, I think even a 9 would bring well over $1,000 to a couple grand. This thing tens. This is one of the most super rare. I haven't checked the pop on this, but I would imagine that's something I have to do. But this card is about as rare as it gets. That says it right there in the corner. I'm going to read it. It says rare refractor. It's not coming out, but you gonna come into focus for me? Oh, doesn't want to. Does not want to. There we go. Rare refractor. Kind of somewhat. You can see it there. Jesus. Anyway. This is about as nice a looking card as I have in my entire PC, regardless of sport. It is an amazing looking card, and I one day will get this thing graded, And this might be the most valuable card I have. I mean, this, I don't want to go crazy, but this could easily be, this 10s, I would think this would be like a $10,000 card potentially. That's how rare it is, number one. It's a young Jeter. And it's just a beautiful, the eye appeal on this card is just amazing. So, let me know your guys' thoughts if any of you have come across this card. And again, there's parallels of it. This is the one that's the most super rare. It's the embossed atomic with the die cut. Alright, enough about that. That's just one of the ones that I got to spend a little extra time talking about. Alright, moving on. We go to, here's Vlad again. This is out of the Topps Gold label, is it? Framed. I think it's Gold label framed. Yeah. With a jumbo relic on card of Vlad. It's a beautiful card. It's super thick, which is why it's in this gigantic case. Guess there's not a number on it. Oh yeah, it is. 11 out of 25. So it's a sweet, sweet Vlad autograph jersey with a pinstripe in there. Thanks for sticking with me, guys. We're about halfway in. Well, we're about a half hour in. I'll try to keep these like 45 minutes long, so we'll go another 15 minutes, and I may have to break it up into a different video. I've got some. I'll try to get through this stuff in the next 15 minutes. We'll see. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. Here's a nice beauty. I actually pulled this card. Check out this beauty. This was, I bought a box of Topps Chrome, and the first pack this came out of, and it is a Mike Trout orange refractor. Just a perfect, this is another one I'm going to get graded. I mean, this card, if it doesn't gem, I'd be shocked. It's perfectly centered. It is only, it's uncirculated. Like I said, I pulled it. It's been in this top loader ever since, this screw down. Numbered out of only 25 in existence. Man, this phone, this freaking camera just will not focus. You could probably make up to 25 there. It's 5 of 25. Just an awesome, beautiful Mike Trout on-card autograph. It's an absolute beauty. So that's been in the PC ever since I pulled it. Here's a nice one-of-one Ricky Henderson that I got out of Archives. I actually pulled this card. It would have been nicer if he was in a Yankee uniform, but obviously he had an extensive time with the A's, and of course that's the team who drafted him. So on card, Ricky Henderson, 1 of 1. That's a nice one. Here's a sweet Bo Jackson. This one I got at I think eBay. I think this was eBay. I've got a couple. One I got graded, so I'll show you that in my PC video later. But this is out of only 10. 2 of 10 Bo Jackson on-card autograph out of Flawless. And it is a sweet looking card, no doubt. Alright. Getting into getting more Yankees in here. So any Yankee fans tuning in will appreciate this video than others. But here's some Volpes. A couple Volpes here. There's a Sapphire. And I do have some that I've gotten graded to. And again, I'll show you those in my PC Slab edition. There's his first Bowman first. Mojo, whatever they call it, Mojo Refractor. And this is his Sapphire. Okay. And then of course we have, I think I'm down on this guy right now. I mean, I'm down money wise. But here is regular Bowman first of Jason Dominguez and 2 Mojos of his first. I think I bought these when he was super hyped a couple years ago, and this was his first card. Value's gone down a little bit. Obviously the whole hobby overall has gone down, but right now I'm in the red on these cards for sure. But hopefully this guy will continue to hopefully he'll be a prospect that'll pan out here for the Yanks. He's probably another year or 2 away from making the club, but there's some Dominguez. There's actually another one. It's like a subset rookie card. All right, a little Jeff Bagwell action. I guess there's a lot of baseball in here. He played for the New Britain Red Sox. I'm from Connecticut, so I was always kind of a Bagwell fan. I hate the Red Sox, of course, as a Yankee fan, so I was happy when they traded him. I don't think I would have been able to root for him in a Red Sox uniform. That being said, this is a like a pro card is the name of this. I don't even know what the value of this is. I never really checked. But this is considered one of his rookie cards. You can see his stats at in Winter Haven. And you can see how he's from Killingworth, Connecticut, right there. So, Hall of Famer. Looks like we're gonna get into some Julios, and I got a lot more Julios in my slab edition that I'll do. Maybe I'll do it next. We'll see. But anyway, before we get into Julio, speaking of Bagwell, might as well show you this one. This one on a card I pulled out of High Tech. I was going for the Ohtani. This is like the 2018. I spent like $900 or something to buy a box of Ohtani of the High Tech that Ohtani's rookie is potentially in. Acuna's in there as well. Ended up pulling the Bagwell on card autograph out of there, which is kind of nice. Out of 75. So this card is uncirculated. It's only been with me. Cool Bagwell Hall of Famer autograph. Here's a Vlad, and I got some others again in my slab PC collection that I'll do in a separate video with. 2019 rookie, clearly. I think it's the clearly authentic. Yeah, clearly authentic rookie. On card Vladimir Guerrero rookie auto. Very nice. Acetate card. Rookie of Vlad Jr. Looks like it's Julio time. So we'll get into it. Actually, well, I guess I could show you some other stuff too here. So Julio Rodriguez, I kind of was just before and during his hype. I got some of these, just before he took off, and then some of them I just bought while he was taking off. So spent a lot of money investing in Julio Rodriguez, and I think it's a worthwhile investment. I know he's had I guess a little bit of a down year to start, but as you look at his numbers, they're still impressive. He's closing in on 20 homers. He's got 20 stolen bases. His average is a little lower than normal, but I think this guy's the goods to go forward. One of the top young stars in baseball. Here's his Topps 100 Atomic out of Bowman Chrome, Bowman Scouts, and this is numbered out of only 150. There's a autograph version of this that I have of Kellenic, but I don't have the one of Julio. So that's one that I've been kind of chasing. Maybe I'll add it at some point. Here's a Bowman Chrome Blue Julio, numbered out of only 150. And then we have 1, 2, 3. Bowman's Best first year. I think this is his first year. Might be his second year. I can't remember. He's got a couple different Bowman Best autographs. Either way, 3 of these. So those are 3 buttes. And then I picked this one up at a card show. Spent a good amount of money on it, but couldn't let it pass. I couldn't walk out of the show without buying it, so I did. I think I spent $400 something for it. Again, on card, Bowman's Best, Future Vibrance. Just a nice looking shine on this one, and it is numbered out of 150 of Julio. Sorry about the focusing. It's just not cooperating with me. Alright, we got 5 minutes to go. I'm going to try to skate through the last bunch here. I don't know if I'll get them all in 5 minutes, but we'll try. Might go a little bit over 45 minutes. Here's a unique one. Here's a Sly Stallone. I do a lot of Pop Century stuff. I don't know how much I really have here to show, but in future videos I'll do like a Pop Century one. So Stallone, chunk of his attire in one of those movies, doesn't say which one. Numbered on only $4.99. But it authenticates it, but doesn't say what this came from. So I don't know. It could be Rocky, could be Rambo, could be all those other movies that obviously Sly's been in. Here's another kind of really cool one. This came out of the Elvis. I bought like a bunch of boxes, these small blaster boxes of Elvis collections. You get a chance to get like autographs or memorabilia and stuff. And so this is a chunk out of his Elvis worn smoking jacket is what they call it. So there's a piece of Elvis in this card, which is pretty cool. Of Elvis's attire, I should say. Not a piece of Elvis. But a cool card nonetheless of the King. So that was pretty cool. Here's a nice rare. I want to say it's rare, but I don't know how rare it is. But this is what I consider one of Mike Tyson's rookie cards. You don't really, it's hard to find these on eBay. There's some that are out there, and then the value of it fluctuates. So maybe they made a ton of these, maybe they didn't. I don't know. Look at the back of the card, it's very generic looking. I think these came out in like a magazine. I think like a Tough Stuff or something. They were like inserted in there or something. I don't remember. But I've had this card since the early 90s, and I've always just held on to it. So again, not sure what the value of it is, but speaking of Tyson, here is his autograph on this nice acetate. This is out of Leaf, 2016 Leaf Q, it looks like they called it. Acetate on card, Mike Tyson autograph. I was a huge Mike Tyson fan. We used to have Mike Tyson parties when I was in high school, watching his fights. Here's another Tyson Pop Century autograph on card of the champ. So pretty nice there. Here is the only precious metal gem card that I have. I just wanted to own one, and I figured I want to get it of somebody who I collected. I was a huge Garrison Hearst fan, even though I was an Eagles fan. He never played for the Eagles. I just loved Garrison Hearst coming out of college in Georgia. Followed his career with Arizona and then the 49ers. I mean, the guy was a pretty good running back, too. Had quite a few 1,000-yard seasons. Had a really big injury, knee injury, when he in his rookie year in the NFL, which set him back. Maybe from being a future all-time great / Hall of Famer. He did put up great numbers, but anyway, it's a precious metal gem of Garrison Hearst, so I can say that I at least own a precious metal gem of someone. And this is it right here. It's in the PC. All right, here's the LaDainian Tomlinson. We're getting back into some football now. Here's his Bowman Chrome Rookie Refractor. I do PCLT. So there you go. Got more to show of him coming up, and that won't be in this video, but out of 1999, this was an eBay purchase a couple years back. Here's a, I'm trying to get a really good centered Lawrence Taylor rookie, so I'm still yet to get one that's like really nice and centered, but again, these cards, if you guys know that collect, back in the day, the centering was usually horrible, so it's tough to find one that's really, perfectly centered, let alone have sharp corners and edges. But this is the one that I have in the best quality. I've got a couple of these. One of them I'm selling, and the other, this is the one I'm keeping in my PC for now, and then I'm looking to actually even do better than this one. You can see the centering is a little bit right to left, so top to bottom looks, that's probably a little off top to bottom too. So. Alright, almost there. We'll get the rest of everything out here. Okay. Alright, here's some cool nostalgia. So you might be asking, as an Eagle fan, what the hell are you doing with a Troy Aikman insert? Well, let's look a little closer at this. See what this says right here? Probably have to read it. Game used turf. Authentic game used turf. Now you'd be like, okay, so what? Game used turf? What's the big deal? Well, because it is contains an authentic piece of turf from Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia. Now, of course, Veterans Stadium was torn down a long time ago, no longer in existence. I've been on the field at Veterans Stadium at the Eagles fan carnival, so I've actually walked on this field, and obviously been to Veterans Stadium when it was up. And so I know that Aikman's on the cover, but it's got a chunk of the Veteran Stadium turf in the card. So that is pretty cool, if I don't say so myself. Here's another Cowboy. What am I doing with all these Cowboys? Well, I'm a Syracuse fan also. So Daryl Johnson, the all-pro fullback for the Cowboys for their dynasty years, well, he played at Syracuse. And so here's an on-card autograph. I would never have him in a Cowboy uniform, but I got him in a Syracuse uniform. So Daryl Johnston, who's now the commentator on, commentates football. This one I added to my PC probably 5-6 years ago. Didn't have any Montana autographs. This was my first one. I actually met Joe Montana at the National last year, so that was a highlight. I share the same birthday as Joe Montana, so I had a little conversation with him about that. It was pretty funny. But anyway, here's a Montana out of Immaculate, out of only 25. This was an eBay purchase. On card of the Great One. So this is definitely an awesome piece in my collection. As is the next guy, Dick Butkus, greatest middle linebacker of all time. On-card autograph of Dick Butkus, and this has been on my PC. I've had this card for at least 20 years, for a long, long time, and love Dick Butkus. All right, let's get to LT again. I was talking about his rookie earlier. Well, now we'll talk about his autograph. I know we're over 45 minutes, but we'll be wrapping things up here in a moment. So LT autograph, I got this card. I think I traded for it, or I might have bought it. I think I might have bought it. I can't remember now. At a card show from another dealer, he had this, and he said he didn't even have it that long. Like I think it was the first show he had it out on, and I gobbled it up. So this is out of 49. It's a really nice looking. I wish it wasn't a sticker autograph, but nevertheless, it's a cool looking LT. Even though I was an Eagle fan, there's no other player in the history of football that tore up my Eagles like this guy did. So I have much respect for Lawrence Taylor, greatest outside linebacker that ever lived. So definitely got to put that in the old PC. And then rest in peace, Mr. Jim Brown. I picked this one up. This was an eBay purchase just last year, I think. I only had this card for maybe just a little over a year, maybe going on 2 years now. This is a cut auto. By the way, this card is featured in the this month's Beckett. They actually show this card, not this exact card, but I mean this card, but not my card. There's only 25 of these, but it's cool how they show this card in the Beckett as far as like the most collectible Jim Brown pieces, and I have one. So I know I spent around $400 something for this card. But rest in peace to Jim Brown. One of the greatest and arguably the greatest running back of all time. So, again, rest in peace. Now, that's ironically we're staying on the topic of greatest running back of all time. In my opinion, mainly because I wasn't around during Jim Brown's era, but I certainly respect and give him his due credit for anyone that says that Jim Brown's the greatest ever. I'm not going to debate it because, again, I didn't see him in person. Seen many highlights, and the guy was an amazing player, but the one guy that I did see in person was Barry Sanders, and so for me personally, I give him a little bit of an edge as the greatest running back of all time. But again, just my opinion. Here's a laser view inscriptions. Those of you who were collecting back in the 90s would probably be familiar with this card. Acetate Barry Sanders autograph right on the card. So on-card autograph of Barry Sanders, and numbered of only 2,000. See that in the upper right corner? Was it 2,900? 2,900, I guess. 29. So I've had that card for I guess I shouldn't have to say how long when they're on 90s cards, but let's just say I've had a lot of these cards, you know, for 25 something years. This card I pulled, so another Barry Sanders autograph. It's got a little piece of his jersey in it. This is SP Authentic. On card Barry Sanders auto, a little chunk of his jersey, and numbered out of only 75. Pulled this card out of the pack, so it's never been circulated, and obviously very excited to pull that back in the day. Back in the LT, I talked about him earlier with the Bowman Chrome Rookie Refractor. I've had a couple copies of this card in my life. One of them I sold, and then once I sold it, I missed it too much, and then I had to go buy it again. And I was looking for one that I could send in for grading, and so I spent like $750 in this card because it looks, to me, like it should at least 9 and hopefully potentially 10. I mean, obviously when I'm spending $750 on it, I'm hoping it'll 10. So this one will be going into grading at some point. To me, it's a really, really sharp mint copy. I had to win out some other bidders on eBay for it, and like I said, it ended up being like $700 something, but with taxes and eBay fee and all that, it was like $750. So good chunk of change invested in this card, but a beautiful. And this to me, out of all the years of Contenders football, this is still the best look, in my opinion, of the rookie autograph. I wish Contenders would go back to this look at some point again. It's just this year back in 2001 was just an awesome. The cards just look beautiful. Again, outside of the fact that I wish they had them freaking sign the actual card, but. Anyway, nice LT Contenders. Alright, finishing off, here's a Jamar Chase. I got a bunch of Chase rookies, but he's one of my favorite wide receivers in the league. And so I've got a little bit of a PC going of Chase. Here's his Mosaic rookie. And then I got some Burrows here. We got his Select Silver. Okay, we got his Mosaic. I actually just sold his Prism Black at a recent show. Here's a Select rookie. Here's a die cut Select. Forget what they call the shine on this thing. One of the prisms, rainbow or whatever. And a pink of Burrow as well. So there we go. That's my little bit of Burrow piece. And finally, I'll leave you with, well, two more. Here is I have a separate Yzerman PC collection, which I'll probably show you that for those interested in hockey or Steve Yzerman. I'll probably do a separate video of just my Yzerman PC, which is very extensive. But here's this one I got at a trade show from a buddy of mine who had his eye out for me and grabbed it and sold it to me. Out of only 5 in the game used hockey, there's a Gordie Howe jersey. Now everyone will be like, why isn't Gordie Howe, wasn't that jersey red? Well, he played with the New England Whalers, and I'm being from Connecticut, that actually holds a little extra value for me because I was a Hartford Whalers fan, and before the Hartford Whalers were the Hartford Whalers, they were the New England Whalers, and Gordie Howe played for them, and that is why I believe this had to be from that team. And then you got Yzerman's jersey as well. So out of only 5, pretty cool card, super thick. That's why it's in one of these monster cases. But as a Red Wing fan, doesn't get much better than that. And a Whaler fan, might as well throw that in there too. All right. Last and least, I pulled this card. I've had it. It's over $1,000 raw. It's out of Origins. Pulled this card. It's got Burrow autograph on card. This is rookie with a chunk, and then it's got Higgins on the same card with a chunk. And this is just a beautiful card out of Origins. I had to get one of these special cases so I can, display it nicely. Out of only 10. So Pretty damn sweet. Uncirculated. I'm the only one that has ever touched this card. And we'll leave it at that. So more to come, more videos to come. I didn't really know this would last an hour, but some of these cards I just have little stories I'd like to share, and hope you enjoy it. Either way, please like, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned for some more content. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.